Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the early part of the show. It is, I don't know what it's doing out there. Let's check the weather in Montrose, Colorado. Whoever's watching here. Actually, I don't see anybody on the line quite yet, but let's see. It is Thursday, December 17th. Currently 12 degrees outside. Going to get up to 36. Looks like the high, and yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, but then it's going to get nice and be sunny for a while, which is good and bad. It's good for maybe riding dirt bikes. It's bad for the moisture situation. So we need more snow. Also, I have studs. I have studded tires that I want to put in. So there's that. Hey there, what's happening, Mr. Odette? I see you here. So yeah, how's everybody doing? The big news is that I just found out that, well, I found out last night that they canceled the Phoenix round of Supercross. That sucks. All the Phoenix rounds. Was hoping to maybe make that happen, but it didn't happen. You woke up early just for the show. That's awesome, Mark. Let's see what else is going on. Van is why we're here. Hey, Devin Bertrand, what's happening? Dirt bikes for sure. Yeah, how's everybody doing? I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted. I got to get my email open because I got a question through email this time from Mr. Ed Dugan. Ed will be on here. We already discussed that. I don't know why I don't see his thing. Here we go. All right. Anyway, dude named Eric, what is up? How's it going? But yeah, I guess this show, Brady Matter Rap. This show is going to mainly be about the van. Well, we'll discuss the van. It can be about obviously anything you guys want to ask about. I'm here. Paul Yancey, what's happening, dude? But yeah, the official topic of this episode of Gospel Two Wheels is going to be the van, the new van, and it's so exciting. And yes, it is Honda Red, Mark Odette, and I am so stoked about that. Paul thinks it's Beta Red. It's definitely Honda Red for me, and it's technically the Ford name for that red is Race Red. So if you guys haven't checked it out, I put another video up this morning about putting in the bolted-on rack for the bikes. Really, actually super happy about that and the way it's working out. I think it's going to be a really good system. I think I like the placement. The good thing is I can kind of move it. Yes, Mark, speeding ticket red for sure. I'm going to have to be very careful about that. It is so bright. Husa Island, or what's happening? How is Vancouver Island right now? Do you guys get a lot of snow? I mean, I know you're down on the water, so I don't know how much snow it gets up there or how much sticks around. Devin Bertrand, love the van. Wish I had one. Have you ever used a hitch carrier? Got an SUV and don't want to buy a trailer? Devin, I personally have not ever used a hitch carrier, but I know so very, very many people who have. And yeah, it's the way to go. If you're going to use a hitch carrier and you're going to spend the money, I think you got to pony up. It's really expensive, but the Ultimate MX hauler is hands down the best hitch carrier I've ever seen. I won't go deep into it. It's awesome though, and it's just way better than all the tray style. It works really good. Wet, lots of rain. Yeah, I figured who said that was the way it would be. That it would be wet, 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 and cold, but not so much snow. Do not use the Harbor Freight. Yeah, I would never use a Harbor Freight hitch carrier. Yeah, they're way too. Yeah. Hey, what's happening, Michael Webster from Michigan? Where are you in Michigan? I see you misspelled Michigan, but or you're from Michigan, but I'm pretty sure you're from Michigan. The typing these days, it's so funny. All of us, and so much me included. This is not a judgment on anyone else, but man, we get so used to like autocorrect and just our spelling, and it's bad. Ooh, it broke in half while well, at least it was while you're unloading the XR650, so that's good. I gotta get out of here. I got an Adobe thing. There we go. That was weird. Horton, Michigan. I don't know where that is. I don't know Michigan very well. What is going on? Internet doing weird things here. So anyway, all right, guys. Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels number 113. I think it's 113, right? Anyway, whichever one it is. And hey, there's Ed Dugan. And yeah, welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels. Sorry, my intro is not so good. Where the coffee is hot, the bikes are fast, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous, and I love them. Jeff Elmore, what's happening? So the topic of today's show is the Motovan, but Ed Dugan sent me a lovely question on via email, which you guys are more than welcome to do anytime. Just shoot an email to morgan@highland-cycles.com. Definitely email is the most reliable way to get to me. It's not necessarily the fastest, but what's happening, Tim Simmons? So he basically his question, and Ed, correct me if I'm wrong, but basically the question is that on how to maintain and keep wheel bearings in good shape. Great question. First of all, use good bearings. Honestly, the All Balls Pivot Works ones are not that good. I think that's what you put in there. They just don't last. They work fine for a while, but they just don't hold up. I don't know if it's the steel that's in the balls or the races or I don't know. Tolerances. Anyway, but I mean, I sell them and I install lots because they're really, really inexpensive. But they definitely don't last that long. If you want them to last a really long time, OEM or SKF are the best. I'm actually testing SKFs on the KTM right now. I'll get a lot of testing because I'm going to, what up, Jimmy Neihart? I'm going to be putting spike tires on that thing. So it's going to be a lot of water, a lot of beating and stuff over the winter. There you go. Meeker Extreme says, go to a local bearing shop with the bearing. Yeah. There's lots of really good bearing shops. Like I know Grand Junction has a good one. I'm sure Denver has lots. They can get you really high quality. You can like spec it out, like what RPM rating you want, what load rating. Anyway, but the bearings that are on the bike, the way to maintain them is every time you change a tire. Well, first of all, you want to check them all the time. Just grab the wheel and kind of shake it side to side, make sure it's not too loose. But then beyond that, when you change tires, you got the wheel off, axle off, out, all that stuff. Pull the spacers out. You can pop the seals out, like the outer seals that are on the wheel in the hub. Pop those out, really simple, just with a flat blade screwdriver. Be easy on it. And then you can, I have a little spoon-shaped, tiny little thing that I can pop the inner seals out of the bearings and push just a little bit of grease back in there, put it all back together, and you'll be good to go. That will help last. Grease, then pull the cover off and pack the bearing, reinstall. There you go, plastic seal. There, just said what I said. Hey, Kevin O'Laughlin, what's happening, man? Mike, what's happening? The nature of the game is bearings weakness. Dirt and water is a bearing killer. Yeah, and that's why I like the SKFs. Just get custom bearings. Yeah, they're Ed Dugan. It's funny, bearings are really cheap. Like for that size and stuff like that, you can, like at a bearing house, they're super cheap. They're not that expensive. I'm excited about the SKF solution because first of all, it comes with bearings, new spacers, and then it also comes with these seals that are like two-part. The outer part stays stationary, and it's kind of a harder plastic, and then the inner part kind of grabs a hold of the spacer, and it spins with the thing, so hopefully it keeps it from doing it. So anyway, yes, O'Laughlin seal bearing. I think they're all, I mean, all wheel bearings are sealed from the factory that I know of, but you can pop that seal out, the little tiny seal out, and re-grease and pop it back in. Jeff Elmore, that's obviously the other great tip, is keep the pressure washer out of bearings. I think it's hilarious that people say, oh, don't ever use a pressure washer to wash your bike. Don't ever, whatever. If you, I use a pressure washer to wash every bike at the shop, my bikes, kids' bikes, customer bikes, all that stuff. You just have to be careful. Oh, an iPad. There's no iPad.
Pretty exciting.
There's Ruth. So that's awesome. The kids are looking for an iPad that we don't know where it is. Anyway. And probably not charged up now. Anyway, they're on the way to school. Let's see. Brady. I prefer loose bearings. That's awesome. And Paul, Brady, I will definitely tell Ruth you said hi. So yeah, just don't spray water into the bearings and you'll be all right. I thought the same thing. Just don't blast the bearing there with the power washer. Yeah. Just don't. So you can look at it two ways. Don't be lazy. Like if you want to clean down around where the axle goes through the wheel, then do that carefully with a rag or whatever. Or be like me, stand a little further back, don't spray that area, and that area just gets dirty. So whatever, it's no big deal. I don't worry too much about it. And my bearings hold up pretty good. It's usually a set a year, sometimes two if I'm riding a lot and a lot of wet stuff. The thing is, like if you go ride in the mud, if you live back east, like where Michael is from in Michigan, things like that, it'll be you're gonna wear stuff out because you're in the mud and the gnarliness. So anyway, there we go, bearing stuff. Ed also asked about the Baja 1000. Ed, I will get a hold of you. We will talk about that. I'm definitely trying to make that happen. I can't say I'm 100% in yet because it's almost a year away, but I like 98% right now. So Devin Bertrand, what's your kids' thoughts of the van? Oh, they love it. Especially they love it without the back seat in it. They like to just roll around in the back. They drive around. And yes, that is how I operate. I let my kids ride around the back of a van with no seats in town. It happens. It's like riding in the back of a pickup truck. Come on, you got to do that kind of stuff. So how much was the van and what do you think to build it out? So Meeker Extreme, great question. Let's talk about the nuts and bolts of the van. It is a 2020 Transit 250. So this is a T250. This is not the 350. It doesn't have quite the heavier springs in the back. Honestly, that was because it saved some money and I don't plan on just going crazy with this build. I'm not building it into a full-on camper. It's not, anyway, it's not going to be that heavy. It has all-wheel drive, EcoBoost, the V6 EcoBoost motor. It has a little bit better stereo than stock. It has the load protection slicked out stuff on the inside, so the floor has a nice covering. The walls have a nice covering. What else? It's got 2 AGM batteries, the tow haul package with trailer brakes, and seats are pretty normal. All that stuff. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. Out the door, it was $50,000 is what that cost. I did not, I'm paying for it over time. I put a decent sized down payment down, but I am making a payment. And I got it from someone asked on Facebook. Hopefully they're watching. If not, I'll get it back. Anyway, where I got it, excuse me, I got it from Columbine Ford in Rifle. They are hands down, I think, the best dealer I've ever dealt with for buying a vehicle. They were phenomenal and it's great. So let me see here. Same guys that say not to use power washer, those forks, use fork savers to transfer. Yes. Thank you, Brady. That is awesome. Hey, Mike Cole, thank you. I love the color too. Wish my dad had a slamming van. Hey, Dad, can I borrow the van? Got a date. So that's the funny thing is I'm keeping my old van and it's going to go to my son Thomas's his first vehicle, which everybody's like, whoa, 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 whoa. But anyway, he's a good kid. And, kids get in trouble no matter what. You can add airbags or HD springs. Yeah, Michael, that's just it. If I get it heavy, I'll put airbags because airbags are better anyway. I had airbags on a truck. Anyway, that is the business. If you have adjustable airbags, it is so sweet. But my Sprinter is 144. Moto lives out back. So I don't know what the wheelbase is, but it's a 148. It's not as long as the longest Sprinter, but I guess it's a fuzz longer than your Sprinter. But I am not building it into a super camper. That is not why I bought the van. That is not my intent. I know that I'm going to get lots of comments on that as I build this thing out because everybody's like, dude, you got to put this in the shower. Nope, not what I'm doing. And microstream, yes, they cost a lot. Roger Hurd, what's happening? I should have been live from inside the van, but I don't get very good Wi-Fi connectivity out there. Okay, I'm doing that. Maybe next video, actually. Next video, you guys should definitely tune in because next Thursday, I'm going to have at least one kid, maybe two kids on the show because they're out of school, and it's going to be awesome. Devin Bertrand, work and play is all you need. I agree. I am going to be able to sleep in it. Well, I mean, you can sleep in any van, right? That's the beauty of a van. But kind of my goal right now is to, my immediate goal is get the bikes in, which they are. If you haven't watched that video, check it out. Just got that up today of the bolted on rack. By the way, boltedon.com. Check out their racks. That thing is sweet. Yeah, make your extreme, toss it down a cot, you're good to go. Agree. So bikes are in. The next thing is get the seat in for the kids. I'm actually going to have Adrenaline vans do that here in town. They're a van upfitter. I was going to do it myself, and then I crawled underneath there, and there's a gas tank, a driveline, and an exhaust in the way. And it's, whatever. It's probably not that hard if you have a lift and a nice place to work. Since it's so tall, I can't get it into the shop or my house garage. So, which I knew long before I bought it. So I'm gonna let those guys do it. They're doing it for a really smoking deal, which is awesome. So, they're helping me out, and they're gonna get that seat mounted. Then the wall is gonna come. It's just gonna go straight up, I think, right now. And then I'll build a shelf for gear bags and all that stuff. And then eventually, when I can get the money together and figure out how I'm gonna mount it, I'm going to put beds on the sides that are high enough up that when they fold out and make one bed across, I can also sleep underneath it. So we can get like 4 people in there, which would be awesome. Let's see. When is Mr. Sheets joining the show? Jeff Elmore, I got to figure that out. It probably won't be till spring, summer, because he doesn't spend the night down here Wednesday nights. Oh, he does. No, I don't know. I got to figure out what he spends. He lives in Grand Junction. He comes down, spends the night, goes back, spends the night with his wife, comes back. Anyway, so it's kind of he's not always here Thursday mornings. So I will get him on the show. He's also, it's funny. He's down to be kind of on camera, but he doesn't want to be the star of anything. Which is funny. Let's see. He probably way too angry in the mornings. Rod, yeah, he's super angry. Roger Hurd, disco ball, 100%. In fact, if anybody has a little mini disco ball and they want to donate it to the shop/van, please reach out because I would love that. I will absolutely 100% put a disco ball in there. Do name Eric. Do I know exactly how tall the van is? Yes, it is. It's right at 9 feet from what the specs are. I haven't measured it. Like I haven't put a tape measure, but the spec says it's right at 9 feet. So it won't go under a lot of like drive-through things. So Jeff Elmore, he'll never be the star. That position has been taken. I would love it though. Like I'd like to have him star some more because he, like, if you guys haven't met Zach, you gotta come hang out and go ride whatever. He is obviously not angry for real, and he is such a wonderful guy and a great mechanic and a ton of fun to be around. Yeah, he's hilarious. Now there'll be 100 disco balls showing up to the shop. Careful what you wish for. Hey, make your extreme. Everybody else out there, I'll take 100 disco balls. We'll hang them in the shop. We'll hang them everywhere. That's a challenge to you guys who are watching this, whether you're watching it live right now, watching it later. If you guys want to, send me a disco ball. It would be hilarious to end up with a whole bunch of them. By the way, if you're watching this, give us a thumbs up. That would be super cool. Well, if you're enjoying it. If you hate what you're seeing, then you just sit there and hate. But if you, I don't know why you're watching, but if you do like it, give us a thumbs up. It does mean a ton. So what else? Yeah, it's the van is awesome. Someone asked me how I liked it. I don't know if it's here. Anyway, I love it so far. Obviously, it's got less than 200 miles on it. It's brand new, so of course I'm going to love it. But it is really, really nice. I really like the motor. The motor's amazing. That I've never driven an EcoBoost. Everybody told me that it was going to be awesome, and they were all right. That motor's amazing. As long as it holds up, we don't have any problems, then I'm going to be just in love with that engine. It's got a 10-speed automatic transmission. So far, I really like that a lot. It's always in the right gear. There's no big downshift or upshift. It's sweet. Again, hopefully that lasts and holds up. I did get the extended warranty to 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper, because, I don't know. I don't want to have that thing break and cost me, $8 grand or 10 grand for training or something like that. Eric, any advantages over a diesel option? I will let everybody else chime in on this one too, who have had diesel things. Diesels are a nightmare these days with all the emissions crap and all the ridiculousness that they have put onto those vehicles. They suck. I'm going to just say that. Hey, what's happening there, Cancer? How's it going? I mean, they have amazing torque and amazing power, but they don't get that good of mileage anymore. They cost a fortune to maintain. And they've ruined diesels with all the emission stuff. Hey, AJ, what is happening? Working nights for 6 months. Glad to be back watching it live. Yeah, good to see you, dude. And yeah, Mike Cole's no def. There's a million reasons I went with gas, and I love it. The motor, like I said, as long as it holds up, the motor's amazing. Yeah. Roger Hurd, 144 update. It is going to be finished this week. So excited. Thomas and I got it a lot way back together. Now the last thing we were waiting on was gaskets for the reed cage. It didn't come with the top end kit. Anyway, so I got those, and we're waiting on a number plate and fork guards, and those just showed up yesterday. So I think the plan is for Thomas to come out after school on Friday and put that thing together and fire it up. Really excited. He's probably not going to get to ride it until, well, depends on how much it snows on Friday. But I'm going to take the boys on a trip to somewhere warm, at least like a kind of a long weekend trip down to Arizona or something to ride, so we can ride the thing. But yeah, so it's this close. I mean, mechanically, it's all back together. I was waiting on the mooses. Thank you, Nitro Moose. Thank you, Jeff Douglas, for the sponsorship. Thank you. Thank you, Brady Metter, for the sponsorship on the suspension with TBT. So the thing is going to be epic. Chris Kinberg, what's happening, man? So yeah, I just went back to gas from my last 3 being diesel. Eric, yeah, I mean, diesels, if you have to pull a bunch of stuff, a diesel's the only way to go. But if you don't, I'm not into it. Hey, Robinson, what's happening, Nick? I ended up tearing my 2006 TTR 250 apart. Glad I did the crank bearing is shot. I'm super surprised it was still running. Right on, AJ. Well, that's a testament to air-cooled, simple motors. They will run with all kinds of things wrong. Like, I've seen XR400s run when they should not at all run. So, all right. So, any more questions about the van? Any other questions about dirt bikes? Hit me up. I'm done with my presentation. Like what I wanted to talk about the van. Yeah, like I said, the Boltodon's in, seats going in next week. Wall will probably be a little ways out, but I am going to eventually get it done. What were the final rider numbers for the big Utah trip in January? Great question, Mike Cole. I think we are at 25 or 26. Entered, paid their money, and getting a t-shirt and all that stuff. I know that there are probably going to be some folks showing up that are not registering because they don't care about the shirt and they don't know if they're going to ride with us all the time. Or anyway, so there'll probably be over 30, I would imagine. Yes, Meeker Extreme. That's awesome. He said, expect a package next Tuesday. I'm so stoked. Any graphics plan for the van? Yes, Martin H. Let me show you. I'll show you on my phone. It's up on our Facebook page. If you don't follow us on Facebook, if you don't do Facebook, I get it 100% because it's ridiculous. But if you do Facebook, and I don't know where it went. Oh, here we go. Maybe. Aha. Let's see. Let me show you. If you do Facebook, follow us on Facebook. Sorry, facebook.com/Highland Cycles. That's where lots of pictures and cool guy stuff shows up, and it's awesome. So I'm downloading. Here we go. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go. I mean, that's not great. That's on me thing. So yeah, very excited. Very excited. Chris, no, you can't still register because I can't order. I've already ordered the shirts. You can still come. By the way, take my extra $6.50 for a ride and see how it rips. I will, Meeker. Actually, maybe I'll do that today because I think the weather's supposed to be okay. Facebook gonna give you ban hammer now. Why would I get banned? I'm not gonna get banned. Oh, for saying that's ridiculous. Yeah, whatever. Let's see. AJ, you're inspiring me. Got the Yamaha service manual and lots of posts on the TTR forums. Great picks and tricks. Ordering all the case springs today. Just need a shop crank to do the crank for me. So AJ, send it to Crankworks in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. I think is where it is. It's in Arizona, in the Phoenix area. Crankworks, send the crank to them. They do a freaking amazing job. Window tint would look sweet. Yeah, Rod. The big window will absolutely get tinted eventually. I don't know, maybe soon. I don't know. I gotta decide. You know, it's crazy how much money you spend on these things, and then you have to keep spending money. Oh, and Mark, Odette, Make Your Extreme, you asked about how much to do the thing. Also, here's the back. Let me see if I can get that to come on. Focus. I feel like here, hang on. One more time. Let's try. Oh, it's not working. Anyway, the back looks cool too. Sorry. So yeah, the graphics are awesome. Huge thank you to TBT Racing and Nitro Moose for helping sponsor those graphics. Thank you very much. I'm forever in your debt. I really appreciate it. Ooh, you got a tent guy. I got to find a tent guy. I'm sure there's a good one here. It's just one window. So like I just want to do that back window. The front ones, I don't like tint on the front because if you're driving at night, it makes it hard to see. So sometimes the graphics can cover the side and back windows. So yeah, Chris, the back windows, that picture was terrible, but the back windows are a solid wrap. Like not, you can't see out of them or nothing. It's just sticker over the thing. So it's going to be nice and blacked out there. I will probably also put some sort of metal insert in there to keep would-be thieves from breaking in. There's the dog. And so, yeah. Do a light tint just to keep the heat out, get the good stuff. Awesome. Mark, if you actually have a name of the stuff that they use, let me know. So when I get a tint guy, I can make sure they use the right stuff. Because I'm guessing 3M something, but I don't know. How's everybody doing? Like, how are you guys? There's 41 of you watching, which, by the way, thank you so much. But only 22 thumbs up. So if you're watching and you think this is awesome, give us a thumbs up. That would be super cool. By the way, the other thing I got to say is thank you all who are watching these things and all this YouTubes that I'm doing. I am just so grateful because the channel is growing really fast and for me fast. And I am just super, super thankful. It's awesome. Anyway, thank you guys. I love you so much. It's cold and snowy. It was cold and snowy here. It's nice now. It's probably gonna get nasty. AJ, I know you got to afford. That's awesome. I bet it's cold up there, Paul. What is the temperature? Not in Celsius, please, because I can't translate. Do I get to drive the van to chase you in Mexico? Roger Hurd. Yes. Yeah. Mexico thing is definitely moving forward. Doing better if I had time to get my kickstart shaft in my bike and get out and ride it. Devin, make it happen. Stay up late, get up really early, whatever. Do it. You can do it. Sean Hurst, what's happening? I'm sad there's snow all over the trails. Going to winterize my bike this weekend. Sean, I'm going to tell you, don't do that. I would say the best thing, Mike Cole is 62 in Daytona. That's hilarious. Attempts in the 20s from Paul up in Ontario. Is it Ontario? I know it's on the eastern side of Canada. I think it's Ontario. Rock and roll, Morgan. Thank you very much, James, for the congratulations. So yeah, Devin, screws in the tires of the bike changes everything. You can ride anywhere, and you do not have to spend the giant money on the high dollar ones. If you just buy you can buy a box of 60, or no, excuse me, you can buy a box of 1,000 gold screws for something like 60 to 80 bucks. I forget what last year they were like 60. I think they may have gone up a little bit. Anyway, run those things in there, keep riding, don't winterize the bike. Frankenripper is in full swing. Yes, Robinson. So guys, watching this, Robinson Motorsports just popped up in the chat. Go check out his channel. If you think it's awesome, which I do, I follow him. Follow it. He's building a super rad YZ250 two-stroke into a four-stroke frame. It's going to be super cool. Make sure you go check him out. Tapcom and some nuts in the tires. Yeah, you can go crazy. The gold screws are sweet. You just run them in from the outside and call it good, especially if you run mooses, you don't need to do anything. If you run tubes, you can take an extra tube and put it on the outside of the tube as a liner. But yeah, do something. So Devin, you got another bike too. It's your stepdad's. Oh, lost him this year. I'm super sorry about that, Devin. Really sorry to hear that. My condolences. I love you, and prayers for you and your family. That's terrible. So, but I hope that you restore it and you do something awesome with that bike in his memory. Jeff Elmore, -12 in Gunnison. Woo! Yes, I love Gunnison, Colorado, just for that. Southwest flying into Montrose, by the way. Absolutely. Yes, you can sleep in the van and rent a bike, Eric. Actually, I had a guy contact me. I got to get back a hold of him today about wanting to do that and come and ride because I have extra motorcycles. And then also Mark from Task Racing is going to come out in May with some buddies, and we got to get 4 bikes together for him and his buddies to ride with me. So hopefully that's going to happen. Well, it's going to happen. I just got to figure it out. 42 right there. If I converted right, it's 6 degrees Celsius. That sounds about right. So the thing with I know this isn't motorcycle, but the thing about Celsius to degrees, I just know that 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it's not a direct correlation. There's some fraction in there, but whatever. Hey, from Ohio, Moto Rick, how are you, man? Paul Anstey plus AJ Ree equates Ontario greatness. Yes. I love it. Rob McCauley, what's happening? Late to the show. Work is no good. Rob, how are you, man? By the way, thank you for the comment on the video. I didn't honestly even think about the fact I should paint those edges when I drove through the van's sheet metal, partially because I live where things don't rust, because it's so dry, and because I got holes all over my other van that I've drilled through, and nothing has rusted over lots of years and lots of sand and whatever. But that was an awesome comment, and now I am going to get some gnarly Rust-Oleum something and get underneath there and spray it so that it doesn't rust. But thank you very much for that. As a kook that did the full van build, stick to what works for you. Already hear you saying it, just supporting. Hey, thanks, Tim. Appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much. Make Extreme, you seem busy. You're going to expand the shop? Not anytime soon. I am on the lookout for a building of my own or some land to put a building on, but not like in a hurry or any kind of soon situation, but eventually. But I'm not going to ever make it too big. I like what we're doing. I like being able to turn lights off and take Zach sheets and go to Idaho and go to Utah and whatever and not worry about it. So I'm going to keep that up. Also, you guys, thank you to YouTube and all the people watching and subscribing are augmenting my income and making that easier to do. And the more subscribing, the more the more patrons and all that stuff I get, the more freedom I have to do even more stuff and maybe come visit you in Michigan or Ohio or California or West Virginia or wherever you are, or definitely Canada when they open the dumb border. And so, yeah, anyway, no big plans on making it huge. Ask me how I know to do that, Rob. Fair enough. That's awesome. You need to come down for the rev limiter and override events, even just to spectate. I do need to, Eric. I need to get down there. And now, so the van is also going to open up some more possibilities that I will be able to camp out of that easier than my other van. So I don't need to pull a trailer, and I can do kind of more blitz runs, sleep a night and move. With the pop-up, that was always kind of a pain because setting it up and taking it down, it's a first world problem, but it is kind of a pain. So the van's going to open that up. Must be nice not worrying about rust, Illinois. Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Rust. Let's see. Facebook, YouTube is expanding the shop. Yes, Jeff, it is absolutely expanding the shop. And it's my way of doing it. I love it. When are you heading this way? Any National Hare and Hounds next year? I hope so. I really want my kids to race a Hare and Hound because I think they would be pretty good at it, and I think they would really enjoy it because they like the faster stuff. Awesome. I'm making the shop not huge. Seems to be lots of downfalls on that. Yeah, Brady, I blew it. I effed it up and tried to grow, to another shop, which sounded like a good idea. And I think for someone else, it might have been a good idea. But for me, all it did was create more stress, less money, and broken relationships with some folks. So never again will I have two shops. I think I can confidently say never again two shops. I can confidently say that I would like to grow the online presence like really big so that I can have a cool, nice shop here in Montrose that's my own, that I don't rent, that has all the cool guy tools and stuff, but that I am not tied to. So I can go visit people, see people, test things in other countries, do all kinds of stuff for you guys so that you guys can make informed decisions. By the way, that's what I'm doing. I hope I'm helping you guys make informed decisions on parts, bikes, vans, build, whatever. I hope I'm helping with that. That's my goal, is to I'll be the guinea pig so that you guys can watch me either struggle, foul up, jack it up, whatever, and then decide whether you want to do it yourself. Right on, Eric. I can live with you. Or not live with you. That'd be cool. I'm moving in. I can stay with you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Paul Blair Sharpless is a personal friend, and I help out with Trail Tours CA. We need to get more quality YouTube personalities. Oh, there we go. Right on, AJ. Well, let me know when that is, and if I can make it happen, it'd be awesome. Roger, I need you to come help coach for me and the boys. So Moto Rick got a new leftover 19 450F, making a Supermoto. Also looking for a YZ250 for dirt. Good choices on both of those. YZ450s are freaking amazing. I'll move to Montrose and wrench. I think it'd be cool to work on bikes. The Brady. Oh, that is awesome. Barry Morris, Megan Brapp, Tim Coleman, Knight, Jordan Zoe. Yeah, AJ, I know. And by the way, Megs and her team are definitely coming to Montrose this summer in Colorado. I don't know when, but we're definitely going to host a training clinic for Megs here. They are in 100%. I say 100%. Verbally, they're in 100%. We'll see what happens, but I'm pretty sure they're going to come. Last week of September. So, AJ, that would be cool. The only problem with that is that it's very close to my Death March time. But I'm, whatever. If I can make it work to fly out there, borrow a bike or rent a bike, then that'd be cool. Meeker Extreme and Brady, I love it. That's awesome. You guys are hilarious. So yeah, there we go, guys. Any other questions? I'll get one more question. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, I think okay. I think I caught everybody. Any more questions, guys? I do need to boogie here pretty soon. Yes, Meg from Canada, Ed Dugan. Get to work so you don't make the boss mad. Yeah, Mark. It's not the boss I need to worry about. It's that Sheets guy. He'll freaking throw a wrench right through your skull. He is so funny. So quick story about Zach Sheets and the awesomeness. and our relationship, which is so much fun. I was running late to the shop. God, it might have been yesterday. And I know you won't move to Montrose, Brady. Damn it. I keep trying to get you to do. Sorry. I just said, anyway, keep trying to get Brady to move to Montrose because it's awesome. The expert class would be a good warm up if you don't die. I like it. That's awesome, AJ. So I texted Zach saying I was running a little bit late, and the text I get back was, well, my fists are already taped and covered in glass. I'll meet you there. So good. Oh, I can't wait till we hit 10,000 subscribers. Motor Rick, you've been learning a lot about bikes. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Rick. I really appreciate those compliments. That means a lot. All right. So I didn't get any more questions. I love you guys so much. I got a boogie. Punk Rock Club. Boom. Thank you for sticking around till the end. I love you guys so much. I love all of these moto people. You make my heart sing. You make my soul happy. Thank you so much. I love you. Get out, spread the gospel of two wheels. And as always, you know what I'm going to say. I hope that what we're doing at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on and get out and ride your dirt bikes.